tour at Disney's Pop Century.
Hi, mister, where you from?
Baton Rouge.
What?
Baton Rouge.
Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Who that?
Everyone, please welcome our Big Two family.
Classic years. Oh, there's the front of Pop Century.
Let's see, check in. The front of Pop Century, 1950, 60, 70. We don't know where we're staying, right? 80s and the 90s. I'm hoping the 80s.
I hope in the 90s.
Because you know Daddy likes the 80s. And the transportation center, or the bus stop, I mean. First time into Pop Century. And we are going back in time. What's that? This is the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Starts on the wall.
1950s. And we're still in the 50s. Like the Prime Time Cafe. And still in the 50s. Drive-ins. Big boy. Still in the 50s. At the sock hops, Mama? Well, one of the early ones. But I think it was the first one. I'll have to check that out. And the monorail. We're in the 60s now. All classic I Dream of Jeannie. Daddy grew up with that. And the Clampets. And dun-dun-dun. Oh wait, is that the Addams Family? Is that the yeah. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah? Oh, Get Smart. Classic. Love it. Beach Boys. 1960s now. Look at this wild stuff. Oh, what happened in 1964? What happened in 1964?
Dinosaurs ruled the universe.
That was my son. Dinosaurs ran the universe in 1964. Yeah, Route 66. 1968 now. You know that from Cars, Route 66. And now we're into the 70s. Still, 1 decade later from my gorgeous wife. Oh, and the first Star Wars. That's so. And you know what this is called, guys?
A telephoner.
No, that's an 8-track tape player. You want to talk dinosaur?
It's a hairy troll. Big bird.
Still 1960, 74. Wow, how'd you like to have that lunch back? You know, I used to have lunch boxes like that.
I had a metal lunchbox.
Well, I think I had a Scooby-Dooby-Doo one. 1980. What happened in 1980, son?
Justin Bieber finally became popular.
Where do we get this child? Did you get him off of the highway or something? I don't think Justin Bieber was a sparkle in his parents' eyes in 1980. 1983. Oh, Taxi.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
My childhood.
Yeah.
What'd you talk about, Willis?
What did you talk about? Oh, hey. You remember Mama said, stop being Miami Vice? You see that picture up there?
That's Miami Vice.
That's Miami Vice, dude.
Mom tells you, stop being Miami Vice. That's it. Look at the computer.
Look
We
at
had
that
a
computer.
like that.
Star Wars.
And the printer.
In the 90s, shoes became very popular.
Who?
Shoes became very popular.
Shoes became very popular because of that.
Yeah.
But look, we had a laptop. So,
Oh, Keegan, Pokemon cards.
Oh,
Game
Pokemon.
Boys,
Mama says it wrong.
Pokemon, Poka, Power Rangers,
Look at that Game Boy. I know.
and
I
1996.
had those. I do have those.
I thought I had roller skates.
So this is all on the line across from the check-in, which we will go to soon. And then here's the food court. Everything pop, shopping, and dining. Gifts. First, Keegan had to find the arcade. Had to find the arcade, right, dude?
Let's walk around and see what all they have.
Pretty much the standard stuff that they have. I think they kind of try to keep the standard stuff in most of these resorts. Space Invaders.
70s playground, fast forward arcade.
Movie Under the Stars at 8:30. Look at these are movies that they're
Each of the
playing.
resorts have their own
And
movies,
camping.
movie nights.
This
This is when?
101
You guys
Dalmatians.
can come
8:30
and
Under the
watch
Stars.
the movie with the babysitter.
So on
What is
Saturday
that?
we're going to have a date night,
Where's your phone?
and the kids are going to have a Disney babysitter. We'll tell you how that goes. And here's arts and crafts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So lots of things to do at the resort, right, dude? You can. What's that one?
Keep your back. Donald Duck.
I got a monorail for the poison apple.
And then Keegan got rid of Oswald. And he got this cool Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. Wow, that is pretty cool, dude. So when Brielle and I were getting the pizza or a few nights ago, she looked down and there we got a hidden Mickey. So there's two of them here on the side panels where you can eat at the Pop Century. Okay, here we are at Pop Century. We're staying in the 60s themed building, and we're at, we do have elevators, 5312. So let's go check it out. So this is a refurbished room. Let me turn on the light here. And this actually comes down as a bed. That later when the kids are asleep. It's got a desk here. So that's actually pretty cool. More space than I thought. Over here you have your refrigerator. So good refrigerator. So you always can keep cold water. Coffee maker. And a little bit of storage. And as you can see, really very 60s theme vibe here. You have your big TV and lots of drawer spaces. And the nice thing about these rooms now, as they are on the cruises too, is you can put your luggage underneath so it's out of the way. And, oh cool, place to put your coats on. So some really good touches for a value resort that kind of make it a little bit nicer. So let's turn on. And here you have your very themed 60s with the soap. I don't think that's, yeah, H2O that everybody likes. Okay. and vanity. Actually, some more cupboard space. There's a really good job. I mean, it's a small bathroom. Here's your sink, but lots of places to store things. Nice seat here, or a storage space here, and up here. So I'm going to try to get this and a coffee maker with some coffee, and it looks like some blended teas as well, and some creamer. It proved me wrong. Is one of the resorts that actually has a lot of adequate outlets. So I'm pleased, actually. So, and here is the bed down. So that folded up as a kitchenette, I guess you'd call it. Desk table. And here's the bed with also adequate space, but when it's up, it's right in the middle of the room. So, and you got the Pluto, and I don't think I saw them show the Mickeys atop the queen size bed. So that is a refurbished Pop Century 60s room. Okay. So this is our first day at Disney, and we're flexible, but okay. So this is a good map. That here's the 60s where we stayed. The 50s we haven't gone to yet. We'll hit that next, and then the 60s is right back of Classic Hall. 70s is the section we're in right now. We saw the 80s. The 90s is up here, and you have parking over here. And then the Hourglass Lake, which sits between Pop Century and Art of Animation, which is where the gondola station is as well. And we showed that as well on our Pop Century tour. And then right here, right there is another Mickey. Okay, so we're gonna go up in the Rubik's Cube. It's really pretty cool. This lights up at night. And all of these that are in the outer, those are your steps. Well, they do have elevators, but those are the steps go out through. Like we had a yo-yo. There's bowling pins. So we're going up into the Rubik's Cube. If you've ever wondered what a Rubik's Cube looks like, this is Disney version. So outside one of the buildings, don't know, it's probably 80s, we have a phone number, and we're gonna call it and see what we get.
Thank you for calling Disney Guest Services. My name's Marcia. How may I assist you?
So basically it's guest services, 407-938-4000. I was kind of hoping like a Pepe's door thing on the cruise. Dance hits of the 70s.
And then I thought you guys were still looking at the maps. And then
In the middle, Breeze.
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Okay.
So all across Hourglass Lake, they have these cool facts. 1990, the space shuttle Discovery is launched from Cape Canaveral, carrying the Hubble Space Telescope. So in 1989, Little Mermaid swam into the theaters at Disney MGM Studios.
Stand on the red dot. That's your right. Blue.
Human foosball, never good at this. Never good at this game. Or as Joey from Friends said, wouldn't it be cool if you had a real live version of this game where people actually kick the ball into a net? So basically when I was a kindergartner, I tried to be Evel Knievel, and I took my big wheel off the front porch and got stitches. And we got Mickey, the goofster.
Come on this side.
Cool Corvette.
This is the area that they do the bonfires.
Oh, really?
S'mores.
Cool.
But it's an added fee.
You
So the
dance.
bonfire is called what?
Groovy campfire.
Groovy Campfire.
You dance.
So this is the 50s. The bowling pin. Lady and the Tramp. So this is the 50s section. Sock hop, nice wheels. And the pool here. All the pools are open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. If you've never stayed in a Disney resort, all of them have lifeguards, as does the cruises. And here's Lady. So we got a jukebox here. The theming is just incredible, you know? I kind of wish sometimes Disney would spend just a teeny bit more on their rooms and their beds than they do the theming, but the theming is awfully cool. 1955, Disneyland opens in Anaheim, California. The word smog is first used to describe the combination of smoke and fog that hangs over U.S. cities.
Skyliner.
This is a real good look of where the Skyliner will come in. And you see the gondolas hanging. 1956. Record 54 million TV viewers tune into Ed Sullivan to see Elvis Presley. 10,000 screaming teenager fans greet the Beatles. They land at JFK Airport. And here's a picture of the station coming into between our Art of Animation and Pop Century. And picture of the Play-Doh that is in between the different 60s. And that is across from, there's the pool, Baloo. I gotta think Jungle Book was one of the best movies, I think, ever. Gotta be in the top 5 animation movies for me. Go.
Thanks for coming on a resort tour with us. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and with notifications on. Bye. Bye.